First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You know, we start off the day every weekday at 1 p.m. Pacific, live streaming on our apps, on our social media channels, on our website. So lots of places to find us for that. And then throughout the rest of the day, we get to pop back on and have some interviews, talk about things that matter to people. And I think there's something that we can all agree with that would be good news, and that is more snacking, because snacks are delicious. And that's what we're talking about right now, an event coming up that is going to be celebrating all things associated with that. It's called SnackFest. It's returning this weekend. I've got the co-founder joining us right now, Dustin Evans. And Dustin, I appreciate you being on here. I can't imagine a festival that probably started off with more popularity than snacks. It's hard to disagree with that, you know? It seems like that's a universal thing. But could you just tell us about this? You know, how did you get started in creating this thing?
Yeah, great. Thanks so much. My wife founded the Portland Night Market now 8 years ago, and it's a community event that we run it as a nonprofit. It's about 150 vendors typically, and we do it about now 6 to 7 times a year. And we just saw a real opportunity for Portland brands to get a lot of exposure, and we kind of looked at it as our way of just our responsibility is kind of bringing people, creating an atmosphere, an environment that felt inviting, and then it gave all these brands and all these makers and creators the ability to like show off what they were doing. SnackFest came out of that. It was actually when my wife and I were pregnant with our twins, and I felt like every 10 minutes she was asking me for more snacks, and so I think we came up with the name first, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a snack fest in here, and then so we concepted it while we were pregnant, and then launched our first one 4 years ago. So this will be our 6th event this year.
Wow. That's amazing. And that's obviously because of the success of the night market to start off with, but then to have this take place and really blow up like this is pretty amazing. So tell me about, incorporating it into the community, because you mentioned having a lot of different Portland creators, Portland food, artists, whatever you want to call them, people who make delicious snacks. How do you incorporate in with the Portland community when it comes to bringing them in for the event?
Yeah, so our goal in all of this is just we have young children, we have family. We wanted to create some accessible opportunities for the community as a whole, and so our events are all free to the public. So it's all and once people get in, we really want to encourage them to spend money with these brands, rather than on a ticket to enter into something. And so we really look at the entire production of this event just as sort of like our gift back to the city. My in-laws, Pam and Walt, have been very, very generous to offer up some of their spaces to us, and City Liquidators has always been a big sponsor of the event. And so we have the ability to bring these events to the community at a way that's not quite as much of a burden to us financially. And so we'd just like to pass that on to the community and invite them to come out, have a good time, bring their kids, buy some food, buy some snacks. So we always have like really fun photo moments. And then this event specifically has really evolved. And now this event is still free to the public, but inside of that, we actually have quite a few ticketed experiences. And we wanted to create an environment where people could come in, really low barrier of entry, come and be a part. And if you wanted to, you could also enjoy some of these other ticketed experiences where, for instance, we've got Dougie Adams, now with Grandford Brewing, he was also on Top Chef, and he's doing a pop-up steakhouse at the market. So it's you buy tickets on Talk, and there's 4 seatings throughout the weekend, only 18 seats total for it. But and then we've got our friends Ternant that do all open fire cooking, and they're doing a big Oregon asado cook tomorrow night. And that's also a ticketed experience that you can come to. And it's like, once you pay the ticket price, all the food is included. And it's this beautiful seated dinner. where everything's cooked over fire. And then we also have some chefs from out of town. We have a chef friend of ours from Los Angeles who came up to do a kaosaki, which is essentially like a Japanese course meal. This is extremely limited seating. It's 12 seats per seating. She's doing 4 seatings throughout the week, and that event's already sold out. And then on Sunday we have our fried chicken throwdown event, and it's we are selling tickets to this as well. We have Peter Cho from Hanok and Toki. We've got Justin Woodward from OK Omens and Reel 'Em In, which we're really excited about. They've a legendary bar on Division that has been known for the best fried chicken. And Joel Stocks, who's just starting this new concept called Emily Stop and Go. He also has a restaurant called L'Orange, and also Jasper Shin from XLV. So we've got these 5 chefs that are doing this fried chicken competition. So we worked with our friend Gary the foodie, and he basically gave us a list of some of his favorite fried chicken experiences in Portland. And then we went to those guys and said, hey, what do you guys think about doing this fried chicken competition? Everybody was down and really excited about it. So that'll be on Sunday from noon to 4. Tickets are also on talk for that, but it's gonna be a really good time. So it's basically Gary's some of Gary's favorite fried chicken, and then the people will get to vote up their favorite fried chicken. And then Salt and Straw just got back to us as well and said that they're going to be joining with their new cinnamon and fried chicken ice cream for dessert. So this SnackFest has evolved. It is still free to the public, but also make sure to check out a bunch of the other experiences within that as well that you could buy a ticket to.
That's pretty amazing. And Reel 'Em In is going to be tough to beat, I got to say. Just for my personal opinion, that's a hard one. You will burn your mouth though if you're not careful. I've done but looking at just all the different names that you just mentioned, of all these different really Portland staples that are famous way beyond Portland. Some of these names and different people talking about the culinary experience you can have here in Portland. What has that reception been like, bringing all of them in and into part of this one big event?
We were always a big fan of the event Feast, and Mike Thielen put that event on. It was like one of our favorite events to go to throughout the year. And Feast announced that they won't be doing Feast in Portland this year. I don't know if they're doing it again or not, but for sure this year. And we just kind of saw a hole in the Portland food community for folks that want to have a bit more access to some of these guys. Some of these restaurants are very difficult to get a reservation to. When you go, it can be quite expensive, and even when you go, you're not sure that you'll have the opportunity to connect directly with these chefs. And so this is an opportunity for people to come, and it's very fun for the chefs to do something new and in a new space and in a new environment and amongst like the energy of a larger festival going on. But yet do something like very intimate. So each of these experiences are something where you actually get to be face to face with these guys and interact with them. And, so we are very excited about that. And the chefs have been excited about it as well. We love that there's a spectrum of, you can come and get street tacos from one of our favorite taco carts. And, there's food from like every culture and culinary experience. And you can also have these like really high end, like you could sit at a counter with 11 other people and have dry aged fish that was flown in yesterday from Japan. So there's like, so I think the combination of kind of being a place where there's something for everybody that's something that's really driven us to continue to evolve this, and the chefs seem quite excited about it.
Well, let's talk about that. The location there, as far as some place where everybody can go to. So it's at the night market. Can you talk about where that is and like how many vendors are at something like this?
Yeah. So we're down on the railroad tracks in Southeast Portland. It's where we feel most comfortable, but it's right down 100 Southeast Alder Street, and come right across kind of kitty corner from City Liquidators. And we've got a big 20,000 square foot gravel lot, and then a 60,000 square foot building that's full of all these experiences. The balcony of the building has our friends from Street Disco are doing a restaurant pop up there as well on the inside, and there's a third floor that we've not really shown to a lot of folks, but that's where we kind of have some of these more intimate dinner experiences happening as well. So we're right down in inner Southeast Portland. And we're kind of taking over some additional spaces as the event has grown, but it's all right there, sort of on the block of like Second and Morrison.
How have you seen it? You mentioned since you started, now you've seen a lot of other people get involved. But what are some of the biggest changes you've seen with this event and in the culinary scene in general over the last few years?
COVID was really, really tough on restaurants. Restaurants are already a very, very slim margin, and when you have something like COVID, not only is it difficult economically, but also staffing and from just a number of standpoints, these chefs have really gone through it over the course of the last few years. And it seems like some of that is starting to even out a bit, and people are kind of getting back to work. And but it's been tough. These guys have been kind of exhausted. They've been hustling, and so events like this are a real opportunity for us to help kind of break the mold of the day-to-day that they have, and come and do something a bit different and take a fresh approach to what they do. But Portland as a whole has had a bit of a rough go these last few years, and so our hope through these events is to bring just some energy back to Portland, some positive energy, especially to some of these parts of town that have been hit pretty hard by just as COVID came and started people were spending more time at home. Most of these restaurants and these food carts and a lot of these retail vendors, they're pretty reliant on foot traffic for their businesses, and so we're just happy to play a small role in bringing some more awareness to them and getting people down and giving some exposure to them. But we are seeing it seems like there's a bit more kind of positive energy coming back to the culinary scene right now, and I think that Portland has a very, very bright future to get to a place again where people are talking about Portland as one of the best food cities in America.
Well, let's give everybody a reminder too of when this is taking place. I know that there's the extra events that you can pick up as well, but when, and you mentioned where, but when can people show up for a SnackFest?
Yeah. So our Oregon Asado event, this is a ticket event only. It's on Thursday. It's tomorrow. It's from 6 to 10 o'clock. So if people are interested in that, go to Talk, look for SnackFest and all of the events that we're doing there. The main weekend event starts on Friday 5 to 10 p.m. Saturdays from 2 to 10 p.m. And then Sunday, we start at 10 a.m. and go until 4 o'clock. All the rest of the ticketed events that we're doing are, we have one tonight as well, but all the ones that we're doing throughout the weekend will all be kind of in that time as well. So we're around, and come on by, and there's bring the family and have a cocktail, grab a beer, and lots and lots of vendors inside. I think we have about 115 vendors for this event. So lots and lots of snacks, lots of opportunities to take photos, and lots of fun to be had. So come on down throughout the weekend. Check out the website as well, snackfest.com I think it's actually letsnack.com.
Yes.
For more information on times and all of that.
Okay, Dustin, final question here. Just with all of these years now of doing this and all the different events, is there one snack that has stood above them all?
Is there one snack? Well, it's highly dependent upon what my diet is at the time. But one of our favorites of all time are some friends of ours from Twisted Euros, and they actually just are getting ready to open up a brick and mortar out in Hillsborough as well. But they have they're some of the sweetest people and have such a fun approach to Euros. So they will be here for this event. Come check them out.
Nice, definitely will. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on the success, and also, bringing this back to the community, getting people in there, and like you mentioned, having a different experience with all of these different really amazing people who make amazing food in this region, and you get to try it all out right there. So, Dustin, thanks for joining us.
Really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks to everybody, too, for joining into Fox 12 Now. Again, we are live here every weekday in the afternoons. So thanks for joining us. You can watch all of our other episodes, our interviews. We've got lots of them on the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel. We're on the app. There's a Fox 12 Now button. You can click on that and watch a whole bunch of different things. So we cover a lot of different topics on this show, whether it's breaking news. This is a place to go to between 1 and 4 p.m. outside of our other newscasts. We also have deeper dives on news stories. We also talk about events, lots of things that we do. So appreciate you all joining us. You can always send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com, and I will talk to you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. So I'll see you then. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.